Hey guys, what's up? It's Amanda and welcome back to my art channel. So in today's video, we are going to be doing something a little bit different, and this week's video is just me experimenting and trying something new. And basically I am trying out a watercolor landscape, if you will, and this was based off of a photograph that I had taken at the Japanese tea gardens in San Francisco. This was back in November, I believe, so it's been a few months, but I always really liked this photograph, and I'll go ahead and I'll insert a picture of that photograph so you guys can kind of see what I am referencing. And I had the image pulled up on my computer while I was painting this, but I had no sketch done on the paper before going in. So I went in directly with the paints, and I really just wanted to see if I could kind of put down on the paper what I was actually seeing. As you guys know, a lot of what I draw is from my imagination, so I don't really heavily use reference a lot of the time, but I kind of wanted to try it. I wanted to see if I could kind of train my eye to capture what I saw, and I really wanted to focus on spatial relationships and color relationships and things of that nature. And I think I actually did a pretty good job for this being the first time that I really did something like this. Granted, it was on a small scale, and you know, it was a picture that I was already sort of familiar with because I was there when the picture was taken. I took the picture, so I kind of already know what's in the picture. But I also do want to say that this isn't super realistic or detailed, and I didn't try and get too hung up on the little details. I really just kind of wanted to block in the major elements of the piece. And so it's almost a little bit more of like an expressionist style, if you will. And I had a lot of fun with that, actually. And I'm using the Winsor & Newton Pocket Travel watercolor set, and this is actually like my favorite watercolor set of all time. I love it a lot. I feel like I can do anything with this watercolor set, so this is the one I reach for most often. And I'm pleased with how the end results came out. This was definitely out of my comfort zone, but it was just a lot of fun to experiment with. And I should mention the paper that I'm using, because this is a watercolor sketchbook. Now this is the Strathmore Art Journal 400 series, and it's a 48-page watercolor sketchbook, and I really liked working on this, and I wanted to do something like this for a long time. And I always see these beautiful pictures of places and environments, and I've always really wanted to try my hand at creating those. I really want to get better at creating environments in general, and I think a really good way to do that is to practice it. And I'm practicing it in watercolor because I feel like it's a looser medium. I get less hung up on details, and going in directly with the paints really challenges me to focus on what my eye is seeing rather than creating something from my imagination. And I think training my eye in that way is really going to benefit me when it comes to referencing buildings and architecture and nature. So that is kind of the direction that I decided to go with this piece. Now I know it's probably different than what you guys are used to seeing on my channel, and I'm definitely still going to be doing a lot of the normal stuff here on my channel, but I kind of want to throw a couple of things like this in as well, just because I think that it's fun and it's different. And you know, I think one of the things that I want to improve on most for next time is changing the values of the colors to create depth. So all of the colors in the piece pretty much have the same value. They're all pretty much the same level of intensity. And for next time, I would really like to challenge myself to move the most intense colors, you know, kind of to the foreground, and then have it fade into a less intense or a lower value color in the background to really create that like dimension and that depth of space. So that is one of my biggest areas that I think I could use improvement on. But overall, I'm actually really pleased with how I was able to capture the spatial relationships of everything, especially because this piece didn't take me very long. I think it took me a little bit over an hour start to finish, and a lot of that was just kind of building up the same colors over and over again. I was able to kind of map out where things were very quickly, and so that made me really happy. But I love the colors in this piece. I love the contrast of the green and the red, and I love San Francisco too. So if you've never been to San Francisco, or you've been to San Francisco but you've never been to the tea gardens, I highly recommend it because it's really beautiful, very serene, very beautiful scenery. And I snapped a few cool pictures from that trip that I really love, but this one stood out to me the most. And I have a few others that I've saved kind of from Instagram accounts that I follow, and so I may be painting some of those in the future as well. So yeah, thumbs up if you like this video and you would like to see me kind of experiment more with these things in the future. I definitely think it's been a long time coming for me to do more stuff like this, because I think it's going to help me improve my usual form of artwork as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As you can tell, I am definitely running out of things to talk about in this video because I feel like I'm just repeating myself at this point. But that's it for the video, and I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys are looking forward to future videos. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and do that. I post 2 new videos every single week, one on Wednesday and one on Friday. And until next time, guys, I will see you later.